Hello once again, programmers. It's me, Dylan. I'm going to be talking to you about looping instead of lists, because I realized in my last tutorial I still haven't got the basics down, and looping is really important. So first off, we're going to look at my game real quick. I'm really proud of how it turned out, so I wanted you to look at it. So got a leaderboard here. I'm third place. And here's my game. And I also got sound in here. I'm not sure if you can hear it or not, but here it is. But yeah, it's my game. So I will start discussing. Let's start talking about looping. I already made a package for us. It's called looping, and the class name is how to loop. I actually already got started in here because last time, I've done this tutorial like 3 times now. It keeps messing up. So alright, well, I'm going to keep this here. I already have the main method, and I'm going to call these 3 methods. So first off, a for loop is when you put 4 parentheses in a curly braces, and then you give it 3 parameters. One is when where to start. Let's start at 1. Then x. Then you have to give it like where you want it to stop. Let's put less than or equals to 10. And then you got to tell it how much you want it to loop, which we're going to loop just by 1. And I put capital X. I don't know why. Okay, so now I'm going to copy this to save time. So systemout.println, and get rid of this. Copy. Alright, now we're going to just print out X. And then after that, I'm just going to put an empty line. So for the next loop we do. So now it's going to loop through this and then print out 1 through 10. Alright. Oh, and yeah. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it looped through it, it printed out 1 through 10 each time. It looped through, X. It started at 1, then it went to 2, then it went to 3. So it did it all, in a loop. Because if you didn't have this, you would be doing it one by one. Like, just imagine copying this, put 1, paste 2, paste 3, paste 4, all the way to 10. It makes it a lot easier. So let's go on to while loops. A while loop is a little bit different. All it is you gotta have a condition, which we're gonna do did I loop, and it's gonna equal false until we make it true. So while parentheses did I loop, if it's true, or oh yeah, hold on, let's actually, okay, no, let's put it to false. So if it's false, I want it to loop, and we're gonna just, to show you that it looped, we're gonna just print out 1, and then we're gonna set did I loop equal to true. Alright, so it's gonna loop once, and then it's gonna, it's gonna print out 1. And I'm gonna put an empty line for the next method so you don't get confused. So see, this is the starting of our while loop. It looped through it, it printed out 1, it changed the boolean to true, and then it printed a, just a blank line. So it looped through it once, checked the condition, and then, well, it checks it first, then it does it, then it checks it again. So alright, now last one is a do while loop, and what this does is it always does the loop before it even checks it. So it's the same thing as a while loop, but it always does it at least once. So that's how you make it, and we'll do a boolean again, I guess. So actually no, let's just do an integer. Int x equals 0. X plus plus, and then show the x, so you know it looped once. So no, let's just put I looped once. Alright, now we'll check if the x is equal to 1. So if this equals 1, then stop the loop. Alright, save it, run it. So, oh, why did it loop twice? Looped once. Oh, sorry. It was checking if it was 1. It wasn't 1, so it looped. It was 1, then it looped again. Now it's not 1, so there. But you get the concept. It loops once before it even checks if it should loop again. Alright, that's pretty much looping in a nutshell. I'm going to get back to you next time in, a list and how are they important, what can you do with them next time. So that's looping. I hope you liked it. Leave me comments or a like or whatever you want to let me know, so maybe I can answer your questions. Alright, till next time, programmers.